Reese here. Let's look at run one, Bromley u10 GS. Did a great job that day. Second place in both runs, second place overall. Congrats. Let's look at it.
Hey guys, who do you think is going to be
Alright, so we can see from this angle where I had to be in the first run. Some good stuff in there and some things to work on. Like we've been talking, we need to narrow the stance. This is just way too wide. That's going to be weight on the inside ski for sure. Alright, so let's narrow the stance. Secondly, still kind of popping up too much in the transition, standing too tall. And it kind of coincides with this pole plan, which, yes, I do like to have you having some type of pole usage. A tap, a swing, a little plant, if you will, but it doesn't have to be so, like a stab here. All right. So if we stay a little lower, sometimes we might have to swing the pole, the tip of the pole around a little bit to plan, as opposed to having such a vertical motion like that. All right, but the key thing is we want to move forward, not up in the transition. Hands, we've talked about, need to be driving them past the gate. Elbows in front of the body. Right, elbows are right on by your sides. If we drive those hands forward, this helps us really start taking things down the hill. This turn, one could say you started too early, because if you're going to carve from there, you'd be, inside the panel. But I think in reality, you just decided I'm going to skid this turn. So therefore, of course, you have to kind of start it early, and therefore the skis would be in the fall line like they are now when you're in rise line. Because generally speaking, if we're not going to skid the turn, if that's the gate, and this is the rise line, we want to intersect rise line where their skis still pointing out and away from the gate, so we can bring turn shape back. Right? Of course, if we, turned too early, right? If we came in turning too early and we started down here, turning too early, we couldn't really pressure the skis, so we have to get by the gate and turn, and then we're down below. But I think here you kind of decide I'm going to skid it. And the problem with skidding it is it's hard to stop. So you're skidding down below, fighting, lost the outside ski, see the outside ski, drifting on you. Your feet were fairly narrow there. That's the kind of stance we like to see. But all of a sudden they widen out because lost the outside ski and just trying to hang on. So now we're going, well below. We want to be up here at that point. All right, so now we're going across the hill as opposed to going diagonally. Tough to see in here. I don't know. It looks like hard to say. I mean, big wide stance, we see that. Got to narrow that. Got a little bit on the inside ski and leaning way in and just chucked them around. And I don't know. Hard to say, but bottom line is, we got to give ourselves, we talked about all day, give ourselves more room above the gate in the rise line, turn above, bring turn shape back, stay ahead of the course. And obviously you're well below it, now going straight across, just killing time. It's kind of stacked up down here, we called it, which basically made it get tighter and less space between the gates. So it was you had to really, as we talked about in inspection, give yourself extra room above, really set up, and otherwise you'd be down here like you are now, but going across the hill. So killed a lot of time there, which was evident by a couple seconds out in the first run. And even there you can see, that's probably the last thing we're going to see, is no elevation, no space above the gate, and you run straight at it. You know, so there's, without any space above, it's just, we know it's going to be way below. All right, so let's bring that line up the hill. So as we've been talking, we got to narrow the stance. Let's reduce the popping up in the transition. And like I said, maybe it's coinciding with that big vertical pole plant stab that you're trying to do, and you got to have more of a little touch. Let's have some touch in your pole plants.